Hey YouTube, how's it going? SoCal Preppers here. Cleaning a little 223 here for my wife to shoot. Nah, I stole that line from one of my buddies. So yeah, nice and shiny. Come on, focus. Oh, if you can see that. Turns out a buddy of mine, OBXO Wind, and I had a little conversation yesterday, and he schooled me pretty good on what I need to know about reloading 223 before I just go doing it. And turns out that majority of this brass that Mr. Lowbug Prepper was kind enough to send me is NATO spec ammunition, or cases rather, and well, what that means is the primer pocket is crimped, so I can't really reload it that well. I needed to purchase what they call a swaging machine, so bought me one today, so that won't be in till probably tomorrow. But in the meantime, what I was going to do is, since I got about 300 or so cases here, and probably another 3,000 in these two boxes. They're absolutely stuffed full of 223 and 9mm. I need to clean those. No, that's already clean, good to go. But anyway, in the meantime, I will be needing to change all this up. It's all set for 45 caliber right now, as you can see by my handy dandy sticker. I need to switch it over to 223. And in the meantime, as I'm taking it apart and putting it back together again and trying to clean it, I'd like to share some thoughts on some things that are just going on, and answer a couple of questions that East Coast Prepper and Minbound and Sultan of Shinola and some others kind of came out with. I just didn't really have time this weekend, but I'm going to try to touch on some of those topics as well. So, be right back. I'm going to get this thing on a tripod. Okay, so try to talk and clean this guy at the same time. See how successful I am. Either I'll put the machine back together all screwed up, or you guys, I won't make any sense at all. Either way, going to try to do it anyway. So, first thing I wanted to touch on was East Coast Prepper had asked a couple of really good questions, theoretical, hypothetical questions. First being, what would you do if some massive catastrophe happened and person comes to your door who is not prepared, hasn't been prepping, doesn't have any food, and comes to the door in two different scenarios. Either one where he comes to the door where he's just alone, and the other one is he comes with his family, his wife, and his kids. That's not exactly how he put it, but it's basically the gist I got from it. So basically the scenario is, do you turn the guy away, or do you turn the guy away only if it's him? Do you turn the guy away no matter what, him and his kids and his family? What do you do? So I guess really it depends on the situation. It depends on how easily. The thing, I guess, let me back up and say that I've made it. I have my place, right? My retreat, so to speak. And I intend on making it so difficult to get to my front door that you're not going to want to go there to ask for food. It sounds like a shitty thing to do, but I think it's better than the alternative, than having somebody come to your door, and if you don't give them anything, then they get pissed at you and set your house on fire, or you know, they go and tell 2 of their friends, and they come back and mess with you, throw rocks, break your windows, whatever. I don't know. There's any number of things that they could do to screw with you in an SHTF, but you know, I just don't want people showing up at my door. So I'm going to do what I can to make that difficult for them. I will say, in my preps, I do have a specific allotted amount that I have purchased, or my family has purchased, to specifically give out to individuals who are in need. I should say, you know, don't have anything. You know, have like little prepackaged meals and top ramen and rice and beans, and you know, I think a lot of people have probably done that as well. But I mean, I'm not going to show them what I've got. I've never shown anybody what I've got, except for those who are in my team, so to speak. And you know, it's only their business. And actually, some people in my team, I haven't even shown everything I've got, and they don't really need to know. It's on a need-to-know basis, don't you think? So anyway, I guess that kind of answers that. The next thing that East Coast Prepper asks is, can you live in a world where there is no electricity to speak of? Basically, you're going back to the Wait a second, I need a beer. Now I know it's wrong. Hang on. Started messing with this gun thing, and the guns and beer, it's like peanut butter and jelly, like I'm saying. Oh. Cheers, YouTube. Happy Halloween to you. So, yeah, can you live like it's basically the 1800s again, with no electricity whatsoever? I don't know that I'm totally prepared for that. I don't have, you know, he showed a bunch of tools that he had, and things like that, and I don't necessarily have a lot of, I mean, I have saws and drills and chisels and things like that, but I'll be honest, I'm not a skilled craftsman. I'm a computer engineer. That's not to say that I'm not a fast learner and I'm not up for the task. It's just I'm a little behind the 8 ball, so to speak, when it comes to having an advantage in that situation, I guess. I'm not as prepared as some, but the idea doesn't frighten me either. It would probably suck for a little while I was getting used to it, but I'm not afraid. I'm up for anything. I'll try anything at once, at least. So there's that. I'm not worried so much about light as I am, or, you know, computers or conveniences like phones. Hell, can you imagine how nice it would be without a computer? Not having to answer your email, not having to deal with phone calls and cell phones and shit like that. It would be awesome. I'm all over that. Hell yeah. Totally, sign me up. I'll do it. But wrong size. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess that doesn't really bother me as, you know, too much. And then so that's really about it, I guess. You know, I don't, you know, going back to the would you give food away, I don't want to come off as a total heartless bastard, though I kind of am. It's not that I'd totally cut people off and send them away. I actually do have a big heart, and I really have a hard time saying no. I'm not a mean person by nature. At least people tell me I'm not. But you got to draw the line, you know, especially if you're under kind of a limited amount of preps and you have a pretty decent idea of how far they were going to go. And, you know, my father and I did plan for people coming to the door and, you know, wanting, gimme, gimme. But, you know, we can't give away at the farm just to appease everybody. You got to draw the line obviously somewhere. So I don't know. I'm gonna get this thing going here, and I guess I've yammered long enough. Hope that answers your questions on ECP, Membound. It's a great idea. I like the idea, the concept of asking these questions, because you know, it is a hard question to answer, and it's something we all need to think about. Definitely get the brain working. I don't know that I've, you know, one thing about questions like this that I just kind of occurred to me is everybody's situation is going to be different, and there's not going to be a right or a wrong answer. What the hell is it? Shit, where's my thing? Yeah, there's not going to be a right or wrong answer. It's not black and white. Everything's relative, and that's just how it is. So that's it. I don't even know if I said anything, but I think it sort of sums it up pretty good. So get this machine put back together, and then I'm going to start processing some 223 to start swaging later when I get my swager. So talk to you later, YouTube. Take it easy. SoCal out.